So the censorship campaign has even gotten worse. The internet is literally freaking dying. I am not kidding. Even Wikipedia in the UK now, due to the Puritan censorship campaign by Visa and MasterCard, could literally be taken down due to this new law by the UK, which is insane. Wikipedia, which is a source of information for a lot of people. We are living in terrible times right now. Yes, we freaking are. The fact Wikipedia is potentially getting blocked thanks to censorship is fucking insane. Yes, it is. This is one of the craziest things that I have seen so far. The fact that it could actually block Wikipedia, a source of information, from the internet. Wikipedia might end up being blocked by the UK due to the Online Safety Act. The platform has stated they will not implement any of the rules, citing potential exploitation by bad actors. So the site is saying that they will not comply, through this insane censorship campaign by Puritans like Visa and MasterCard that are literally trying to control the internet. They want as much power as they can have. This is where it gets crazy. Wikipedia is currently in a legal battle with the UK government to try and stop the platform being censored in the UK, or even completely blocked thanks to the Online Safety Act. Now, this is probably one of the worst laws for the freedom of speech and expression that I've seen in a while. There's no reason why the UK government should think that they can control the internet. Not only do we have Visa and MasterCard trying to control the internet, but now we got the UK giving in and literally following suit with this new law. Okay, the Puritan campaign against the internet, against gamers, against anime and manga only gets worse from here, boys, with what I've got next. The new UK safety law is a mess. Artists can't even see what they drew. So this is an artist that had their own drawing, and even they cannot see their own drawing, saying, bruh, UK government made a law, and nice, I can't even see my own freaking drawing. Wow, boys, this law is just such a great implementation, huh? It literally insane. Vera Dark here saying it's never about protecting people. It's about controlling the people. UK's Online Safety Act has gone into effect. This means that platforms that allow users to share content, such as Twitter and X, are now required to enforce an age verification system in an attempt to prevent minors from accessing potentially sensitive content. It is not on platforms it's not an other adult's responsibility to make sure that another adult keeps their freaking minor off the internet. Just don't let minors on the internet, period, okay? Just don't let them on the internet, period. They don't need to be on here. They're going into too many sites that they shouldn't go on, like Discord and other places. They should not be in those places. They are not child friendly, okay? Do not let childs on the internet, period. And don't censor adults and make it ruin adults' anonymity just to do it, okay? This is what they want. They want your freaking information. Do you think they actually care, or do you think they want more information that they can sell behind your back for a profit? Your own private information. That is the issue. They want to sell your private information. You can no longer make games tackling subjects like depression, self-harm, alcoholism, or extreme ideologies, which includes any horror games featuring cults, at least not if you want to get any money from your work. Now, that is insane. The fact that you cannot make any games around those subjects controlling the freedom of speech that much that you can't even make a game that are around those subjects is where we are approaching dangerous territory. A Puritan era should not be existing in the big 2025. Okay, I don't know if you've ever looked up dystopian societies or read a book where there was a Puritan society, but that is exactly where we're heading if they get their way. We need to actually stand against this. This is a very big issue. Dango Rabbit, we as the internet users need to unite and push back against censorship at all levels. Whether you're in the US or the UK, it comes for us all. Censorship is a dangerous slope and will soon become 1984 if this continues. Not only that, Shimonetta literally basically prophesied this future, okay? The fact that this is even an issue, even an argument, okay, is not good. The fact that these people even argue that this is a good thing. There are a lot of people on the internet right now that think this is a good thing, that this censorship campaign, that this Puritan campaign against adults' anonymity and their ability to control what they see, yeah, they are arguing that somehow that is a good thing for the internet when it's not. It never was, and it it never will be. Okay, the Puritan era should never freaking exist. I don't think I need to tell anybody about that here, but it needs to be said. I mean, listen to this. Any censorship is bad. I agree. Any censorship is bad. Locking websites behind ID verification is crazy. MasterCard and Visa controlling which games we play is awful. Fuck this endless puritanical bullshit. Exactly. GB Reviews made a great video on this. I think everybody should watch it. It's actually super good. But here he says those that think it's only the UK getting censored doesn't realize this can inspire governments around the world to try the same thing. And they already are. The UK got wind of Visa and MasterCard doing this and thought that they should make a law around everything. Okay, now that is a serious issue because not a lot of companies can even comply due to how much it's going to cost them. But of course, the UK doesn't care. They don't care about their own people's freedom. They don't care about the voices of their own people. They just care about stifling it. In the last week, we have proof of how bad things can get if you ignore it. That is why I am talking about this. This is a great thing. I think everybody should watch that video. We are living in a reality where Shimonetta was not just an anime that poked fun at the unhinged parody of an ultra-prude society, but an actual prediction of what is currently happening because they want to ban everything that they think is inappropriate, which is all anime and all anime video games. They do not think Genshin Impact is appropriate. I promise you they don't, especially the fact that it's a Chinese game. They don't think it's appropriate in the slightest. There's a lot of anime that I like Mushoku Tensei, they think it's not appropriate in the slightest, that they will be absolutely banned. We've even seen it here in the US with the Texas anime and manga ban, where they literally try to control what is and isn't real in fiction. Okay, if you look at fiction and you think it's real, if you look at an anime character and you think that that looks like an actual real human being, you are the problem, not everybody else. Shimonetta's creator might as well be Orwell, the 1984 NSFWs. Thanks for Collective Shout. Yeah, exactly. Collective Shout being one of the worst feminist groups that we have seen in a while. They hate all men. Not only that, they're all a bunch of weirdos. Okay, nobody in Australia claims them. Don't put any hate on the Australian boys. They don't claim them freaking Collective Shout girls at all. Payment processes are run by manipulative and corrupt weirdos. Glad people are waking up to this. Yes, they are. They absolutely freaking are. Last but not least, we've got this. A Japanese politician that is standing up for our rights against censorship, at least over in Japan, to try to protect against censorship in anime, saying this: since yesterday, the Online Safety Act in the UK has strengthened, becoming a significant issue that threatens freedom of expression. Age verification for sexual content has also been tightened, with service providers now required to implement strict identity verification such as government-issued IDs. Failure to comply could result in fines of up to 18 million euros or 10% global revenue, which is even higher. Due to fears of these risks, some providers have imposed strict access restrictions which have made it difficult for adult users who should not be restricted to access content. Additionally, many issues have been pointed out from the perspective of personal information protection, because they can't even protect your personal information. Do you know why? Because they don't care about it. They just want it. They don't care at all about protecting your personal information. They just want you to give it to them so they can sell it behind your back, which I think should be illegal. The fact that they are even allowed to have a contract on the apps that say that they can is literally a breach of the Constitution. Okay, that is you have the right to privacy and the right to freedom of speech. That your anonymity is your own, and not only that, they should not be selling your information. And I think that they should be owed for every single person's information that they sold, whether or not the person agreed to it. Okay, whether or not they say the person agreed to it. In fact, many countries around the world are even trying to push for stricter age verification, but I believe we should work to prevent its expansion. To prevent such trends from emerging in Japan, I think it's necessary for these issues with these laws to be widely known. There's also a whatever, a petition against this over on Chibi Reviews videos. I expect everyone to literally go give that a watch. Okay, it's a great video. It's got a lot of good information. He also posted this down here. Also, even with encrypted communication apps, service providers who would need to create mechanisms to check content despite being called an online safety law. There's a point that law-abiding users face censorship and risks, while those engaging in illegal activities simply dive into the dark web. Exactly. It's the old thing. Take away the big stick from the good guy, but you'll never take it away from the bad guy. And that is the issue. They only want to control you and get your private information so that they can sell it, and that's it. Also, they want to control what you can look at and see so they can try to basically, I don't know, they have some kind of plan in mind, boys, but it's not good. But what do y'all think about that, boys? Paper or plastic? Paper being good, plastic being bad, baby. Also, I'm giving a huge shout out to every 1,000 subscribers. So at every 1,000 subscribers. So make sure you subscribe, and it goes to the top commenters. So make sure you comment a lot, boys. All right, boys, I'm going with plastic. I think it's plastic as fuck. Plastic through and through. They're basically mannequins. Aliens come from Saturn, the size of Saturn, come to take over Visa and MasterCard and turn us all into a bunch of brainless TV watching puppets. Okay, that's gonna be it for me, boys. GG's, peace.